Today, we are going to walk around the block that will hold Sydney's future mega building. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know we've spent some time wandering down Bridge Street and heading down past Bent Street, but I've never actually stopped to talk about these buildings coming up. The crazy thing is, how often do we walk past a completely ordinary city block with absolutely no idea we are standing right on top of a multi-billion-dollar battleground? Well, right here, property giant Dexus has secured the rights to build Sydney's absolute tallest commercial skyscraper, a soaring 305-metre Supertall mega tower, simply known for now as the Pitt Bridge project. To really understand how massive this is going to be, let's take a casual walk around the block. How tall is 305 metres? Well, just look across the way. The brand new Mirvac Tower rising over at 55 Pitt Street is already going to be a massive addition to the skyline at 238 metres tall. But this new Dexus mega building is going to completely dwarf it, soaring nearly 70 metres higher into the air. It's a completely different scale of engineering. Now, because my camera is having a bit of a wander along the streetscape here, let's map out exactly what currently sits on this massive development footprint. Dexus calls this whole block the Pitt Street Precinct. It's made up of 3 mid to late 20th century offices, the 10-storey building at 58 Pitt, the 12-storey building at 60 Pitt, and the main 26-storey tower at 56 Pitt Street. And if you look closely, we might even catch a glimpse of the historic 1889 Lady of Commerce statue as we round the corner. You can see the Exchange Centre right over the way. That 13-storey modernist building was designed by the famous Aussie architects Peddle, Thorpe and Walker back in the late 1970s. And for decades, it served as the iconic headquarters of the Australian Securities Exchange, the ASX. While the modern stock exchange sits over there, the original stock exchange was born right over here, directly on the development block where the new mega building is going. The original building was the Sydney Exchange Building, a grand sandstone structure designed by J.F. Hilley. It was famous for hosting the colony's very first telephone system, and in 1882, its dining room hosted the city's first public display of commercial indoor electric lighting. This was the ultra-premium trading hub where international clipper ship captains bartered global cargoes. Sadly, that beautiful old sandstone exchange was demolished back in 1964. So what exactly does a $3 billion future look like on this block? Dexus isn't just planning a standard office tower, they are building a 70-storey vertical village. According to the official City of Sydney proposals, this mega building is being explicitly pitched as an international hub for the global green economy. They are structurally designing it to try and secure the future home of a proposed Sydney Green Stock Exchange, bringing carbon markets and sustainable corporate finance right back to the site where the original stock exchange was born. To pull this off, the tower will be fully electric, net zero, and wrapped in curved architectural edges designed to completely minimize wind drafts down here on the street. At the ground level, the blueprint completely opens up the block. They are building a massive new public plaza right where it fronts Bridge Street, complete with native deep soil tree plantings and dedicated public art spaces. They're also cutting a brand new pedestrianised through-site retail link that will cut directly through the precinct, allowing people to walk seamlessly between Pitt, Spring and Gresham streets. Basically, The developers want to turn what is currently a heavy wall of 20th century concrete into a hyper-connected, breathable public sanctuary. But if you look closely at this block, you'll notice a massive architectural standoff. Right on the corner of Pitt and Spring sits 62 Pitt Street, the head office of the Bank of Sydney. Now, when you see a $3 billion Supertall taking over a whole block, you'd assume this corner building is getting knocked down too, but it isn't. Dexus wanted the entire block, but the Bank of Sydney held their ground and bought this corner freehold for $50 million. To make things even crazier for the developers, the City of Sydney stepped in and officially heritage listed the bank building as a pristine example of mid-century architecture. Because it's legally protected and entirely excluded from the project, the mega tower is literally going to be engineered to wrap right around the bank, leaving this building completely untouched while a 70-story giant rises directly over its shoulder. It just goes to show, even with billions of dollars, you can't always buy out a stubborn corner bank. What do you think about Sydney's changing skyline? Let me know in the comments. Hit subscribe if you're enjoying these deeper walks. Don't forget, smash the like button. You know, I make these videos to freeze this city in time. We want to capture what we see today so future generations can experience how we loved it, echoing the people who walked these streets before us. Thanks for watching. See ya.